How's it going, everyone? My name's Mitch Robs, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than I normally do, but we're going to be starting a series. So, one of the things I've noticed in the Fortnite Save the World community is a lot of people genuinely either avoid traps or overuse them. So, today marks the first day of a new trapping series, a Trapping Zero to Hero. So today we're going to be talking about why exactly you would want to trap out a mission and how it can benefit you, right? Because a lot of people seem to think that like traps make it AFK or I don't know why people wouldn't use traps first off, but some people just think that like traps aren't very effective or something. I have no idea. So today we're actually going to be talking about why I would want to use traps and kind of give you a basic introduction into it. Alright, so if you guys enjoy this content, please leave a like on it and consider using my creator code. It really helps. I got a new microphone with the creator code kickbacks that you guys gave me. That's what you guys are hearing right now, so I hope the mic quality is a little bit better. But thank you guys so much for watching these videos. It really means the world to me. And please, if you can, use that creator code. It's Mitch_Robs_. I do have Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Mitch_Robs. Consider joining my Discord as well, as there's a lot of helpful, very experienced players on there, and I do think that they're going to be able to help you out. And just consider subscribing to my channel and pass this along to your friends. This is meant to be a series that you guys can watch and you can learn from a very basic fundamental level of trapping, the thought process, up into a very advanced level. And I genuinely know a lot about this game, and there's still a lot for me to learn. So I do hope you guys enjoy this, and we're gonna get onto this. So I figure I should start this for the newer viewers, exactly who I am. So I'm a Fortnite Save the World player, right? I started in Fortnite VR. I heard about V-Bucks from Save the World probably about 4 or 5 months into the game's life cycle, and started playing during the first year of Fortnite Save the World. I wasn't really too into this game, and decided like, it kind of looked pretty mediocre until Challenge the Horde came out. That's when my perspective on things really changed. I learned that proactive trapping and trapping in general was kind of my thing, and I really loved it. So fast forward to now, I'm an endurance YouTuber, so whatever that means in your eyes. Basically, I make endurances, spend a lot of time in there, and I do step-by-step tutorials to help you guys complete endurances and storm shield defenses. As well as, in general, I just do a lot of research into the traps in this game, behind the scenes, right? So I have videos covering a few of the traps on, like, not necessarily the best perks, but like how to utilize those traps, and I'm gonna be doing that more so into the future. So that's who I am. I'm basically just an experienced Fortnite Save the World player who wants to pass down their knowledge to you. Alright, so this is what we're gonna dissect this down into. There are 3 components into dealing with husks in this game, right? There's gonna be your weapons, right? You're gonna have your schematics. Weapons are a big deal in this game. You can't discount that fact. There's gonna be your abilities, so hero abilities. Some missions, like if you're really overpowered for it, you can just throw a teddy down. Easy enough. And then there's gonna be your trapping and building. And all of these things should and will work together flawlessly, okay? So that's the main thing I want you guys to come out of this. I'm not suggesting to overcomplicate a lot of things and throw away your weapons and abilities to just pick up trapping missions out and only traps. No, what I'm gonna be suggesting is more so how to make builds efficient and simple, so you don't have to waste a lot of resources and you're gonna get a lot of utility out of it, alright? So the way I'm gonna introduce this philosophy is that trapping should be your first line of defense. Okay, so we're looking at it and we're thinking, alright, so here's a spawn of an enemy. We're gonna have our traps, and anything that comes through that trap tunnel, outside of the trap tunnel, that's what we're gonna clean up with our weapons and abilities. Alright, the way this works is we're going to let our traps do most of the work in the mission so that we can make the missions more manageable and less chaotic. Now, you might like it more chaotic, and that's perfectly okay, but I'm sure a lot of your teammates in public lobbies don't like it really that chaotic. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to show that trapping doesn't have to be expensive by introducing some short and simple tunnels. So I'm going to show one off right here real quick. This isn't meant to be like a tutorial on this tunnel, but it's to show that it does clean up a lot of husks. So now we're going to explore a 2-tile long tunnel. It's basically just going to be a gas trap, a combination of wall darts, wall dynamos, and a freeze trap and a wooden floor spike. This is a 2-tile long tunnel. As you guys can see, there actually isn't any spawn trapping or anything. And this is going to be sort of just going to take out 99% of the husks, right? So something simple like this, efficient, is going to take out the majority of husks in a mission. And you can basically just kind of sit there, right? If you come up with like an efficient design like this. And as we'll see, this is not very hard to do. But what is kind of hard to do is what we will show off next in the next clip. We'll see that I decided to just shoot the husks, use my weapons, and not put any traps down. And we're going to see it's going to be a lot harder than it actually is with just regular traps like this. So, as we can see, there is no traps here. So, I'm just going to shoot the husks. We'll see what happens. As probably won't go well, to be honest. I'm going to try to use my abilities and my smoke screen, shoot the husks and everything like that. But let's see how it goes. As y'all can see, it's a lot more hectic than it should be, and honestly, you get into the later stages of something like an endurance or like a hard mission where it's actually challenging husks, and I'm not using overpowered weapons and overpowered hero, you're probably gonna lose your objective by just doing this. So this just shows you the power of like a 2-tile long trap tunnel. Alright, so simple and efficient tunnels go really far, and you'll see that like a weapon costs around, like, if you're at the 5-star material range, a weapon will cost around, like, I think it's 30 efficient, and then you get like the sunbeam and bright core costs and stuff like that, and that's hard to farm, right? If you're a player and you aren't in a community and you're not trading or whatever, which I don't suggest getting into like the whole scamming community, but swapping resources isn't like necessarily a bad thing if you're with another trustworthy player. But basically, weapon costs can kind of get expensive if that's all you're using. And trap costs, for a couple of efficient, a couple of rough war, a couple of planks, you can set up a pretty good tunnel that'll do most of the work for you in the mission, and you'll usually have a cheaper cost or around the same cost as if you would have spent with the weapons, but you're going to have a much better time with the mission and have a higher probability of success. So most of these tunnels I'm going to be introducing and concepts are usually modular. So that means you can kind of stack them up on top of each other so that you get the same utility, but in a row. So for example, in a 1x2 tunnel, right? Or a timeout room. You don't just have to have that timeout room and you can't add anything onto it. You can kind of stack that and layer it, and you can have multiple in a row. And they're just going to keep doing their job, and they're going to make your defense that more impenetrable. So you'll see that a lot of like endurance content and a lot of storm shield defenses, you can take these basic concepts you'll learn from making simple trap tunnels, and you can expand upon them and make them more modular, and then take them through the pathing and Husky AI pathing that you learn about while you're trapping. So here's the things that I've kind of learned from trapping over my time is, one, you learn about Husky pathing, right? So how to manipulate where a husk is going to go. The straighter the path, the better, but what happens when the straight path isn't the best path? So you're going to learn about how exactly husk works, right? How many layers of block off, how many walls and cones and floors do you need exactly to kind of path them the opposite direction? So that's one of those things that's like constantly evolving and something you have to play around with, but you can follow general guidelines to actually use that. You're going to see how players interact with husks. So this is something I didn't know for the longest time until I really started getting into canny endurance. But I mean, it's so simple, but the husks follow you, right? So depending on where you stand, the husks are going to go there. So if you're standing in your block off of a tunnel, the husks that like to attack you, such as like little husklings or like the the pitcher husks or stuff like that, they want to come after you. So, you kind of have to deal with them somehow too. And you have to kind of watch where you're standing. As well as you're going to learn how traps synergize with other traps, and how, like, heroes and abilities can synergize too. Like in weapons, right? So you can, for example, use Ice King in support, which he provides a snare, which a snare is basically just a slowing effect of 15%. So you can get more utility out of your traps, or you can know that like a Husky Husk can get stun locked by a freeze trap up to 5 times, and basically just die in your tunnels with one gas trap. So stuff like that is what I've learned over time. So, I mean, I'm maybe not going to be the best to convince you on why you should trap, but you should give it a try and follow these videos and maybe you learn a thing or two. But thank you guys for watching this. I'll show off some gameplay of like how chaotic weapons just normally versus like trapping out a mission can be, and you'll see that like it's a big difference. And I just want to spread the love of how I play this game and recommend it to you. Even if you don't pick up all the knowledge and you choose not to apply it, I hope you do learn something from this. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like in the video and consider subscribing to this channel. I'm going to be coming out with progressively more fundamental videos up into advance. So you'll see that like it's going to be more basic stuff at the start, and then it's going to ramp up really quickly until we're going over our thought processes over like endurance building and stuff like that, and how you should approach it. So yeah, and consider joining my Discord where there's really helpful people, and follow me on Twitch. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next video.